In today's video we're having a look at Parkside's insulated electric screwdriver, model PASD 4C3. It comes without a charger, has 215 rotations per minute, and will charge in around 60 minutes. The kit includes 6 insulated bits and an USB-C charging cable. The bits are insulated to 1000 volts, but there is no mention of VDE certification. The manufacturer is OEM, and it was made in China. The box it comes in is very nice, with plastic latches and metal hinges. And it is clear by the colour scheme that the tool was meant for electricians. In the box we have the screwdriver itself. It looks quite nice, but we'll have a better look at it later. We also have an USB charging cable but no charger, even though the previous model included one and there is still the place for it in the box. And then we have the insulated bits. Number 1 and number 2 Phillips. Number 1 and number 2 Posa drive. And straight bits 3.5 and 4mm. And of course, a thick manual describing the dangers of working with electricity. The screwdriver is a recolour of the previous model, which was the standard green and black. The red part is rubber, and it sits well in the hand. It has 2 small LEDs that provide a little amount of light to the working area, and a battery indicator LED that changes colour depending on the charge. Green means above 50%, then it gets orange, and then red when it needs a charge. Overall, the tool is very nicely designed and built. It is the bits where the troubles start, and the reason why you should avoid this screwdriver. As you can see, none of them are running true. Some are worse than others, but that's not the only problem with them. The worst part is that it uses this unique shape and dimensions for the shank, which makes it impossible to use standard 1/4 inch bits or even insulated bits from other manufacturers. As you can see, the standard bit is a lot smaller, 6.3mm, while the Parkside bit is almost 8mm. Some people believed that insulated bits from Weha will fit, but they are even smaller than the 1/4 inch ones. They measure only 6mm, so no luck there, and I could not find anywhere online a place to buy these kind of bits. If you know of a source, please leave a comment. I'm sure many people would find it helpful. Anyway, let's do some testing. This screwdriver is not very powerful. In fact, it has no power at all, only 0.4 Newton meters. That's very little compared to other Parkside models that have 5 or even 10 Newton meters. But for electrical work it is ideal because it won't over tighten the connections. Most electrical breakers and outlets need a specific torque to make a perfect connection. It is usually in the 1 to 4 Newton meters range, and it is specified by each manufacturer. So professionals partially tighten the screws using an electric screwdriver, then use a torque screwdriver to tighten them all the way. So the main advantage of this screwdriver is speed when it comes to hundreds of connections. A home gamer has no use for such a tool, not to mention that in most countries it is forbidden for an unlicensed professional to work on electrical components in a house. So this tool is targeted at professionals, but professionals can afford much better and reliable tools, not to mention the lack of spare bits for this one. Which makes me wonder, who needs this tool? I'm going to let this next part in real time just so you can see how fast it is to make all the connections. The whole thing took exactly 2 minutes, 20 connections. That's a time saver and a risk saver for someone that has to do this for a living. Of course, after that we have to tighten them to the specified torque value. But after only these simple tests, the Parkside bit is already showing signs of wear, compared to the Weha bit on the right that has been in use for a year and looks much better. As a conclusion, this is a nice idea with poor execution from Parkside. This screwdriver was only €16 compared to the Weha Speed E that is around €200, so I can understand why the bits are not the greatest quality. What I can't understand is why they had to use such uncommon shaft shape and size. If the bits were compatible with Weha or Wera or other insulated bits on the market, this would have been a great tool. Of course, professionals have better options for a higher price, but Parkside offers great options for the home gamers too, like this classic green electric screwdriver. It has adjustable torque in 3 steps, better LED lighting, and the best part, it works with standard 1/4 inch bits. There is no question which one I choose to keep.